Have you ever caught yourself triple-checking emails at midnight, not because you're diligent, but because you're terrified of being the one who messes up? Have you ever replayed a simple conversation 20 times in your head, afraid one wrong word might make someone walk away? That hypervigilance, that need to control every detail, it didn't start in adulthood. It started when you were 9 years old, standing in the cafeteria, while laughter slithered through the room like a cold wind, a nickname, a shove, a joke at your expense, and suddenly the floor felt unsteady beneath your feet. Something inside you folded. I have to disappear if I'm seen. It will hurt me again. So you shrank, not in height, but in spirit. You blended into walls, whispered instead of spoke, smiled when everyone else laughed. The world called you shy or quiet, never seeing the storm inside. You began to watch, always watch. You noticed who looked angry, who looked amused, who might be next. You memorized the safe paths through hallways, the tables to avoid, the moments to stay silent. Every step became a calculation. Every word, measured, every breath, cautious. The laughter, the shoves, the whispers, they left marks deeper than anyone could see. This is what psychologists call chronic peer victimization. Repeated bullying changes the way a child's brain learns to survive. You became hyper-alert, scanning faces, tones, and movements for danger. Your body tensed without realizing it. Your mind rehearsed escape routes that may never come. The coping strategies that protected you as a child, staying quiet, hiding feelings, overachieving to earn approval, don't disappear when you grow up. They follow you into adulthood like shadows that stretch longer than the light. They shape your work, your friendships, your love life, and even the way you see yourself in the mirror. As an adult, those childhood echoes linger like footprints in a long, empty hallway. At work, you over-prepare for every meeting, agonize over emails, avoid speaking up even when your ideas are good, because saying anything wrong feels unbearable. You may stay late, take on extra projects, or overcommit just to make sure no one notices any flaws. You might volunteer for responsibilities no one else wants, just to prove your worth. Every compliment makes you uneasy, because deep down you think it's only a matter of time before someone notices you're not enough. In friendships, you sometimes withdraw, afraid of being judged or rejected. You smile and laugh, but a part of you is always scanning, always waiting for someone to turn on you. You may offer help endlessly, always the first to check in, but hesitate to ask for anything in return. You may forgive things easily, even when it hurts, because you've been trained to prioritize others' feelings over your own. In romantic relationships, the pattern can feel even worse. You overfunction, taking care of your partner's needs while ignoring your own. You tolerate things you shouldn't, because you fear conflict or abandonment. Compliments make you flinch. Emotional intimacy feels dangerous. You may even confuse anxiety with intuition, constantly asking yourself, am I doing this right? Am I enough? You may rehearse every word, monitor every facial expression, silently scanning for signs of disapproval. Even simple pleasures can feel strange. A spontaneous vacation makes you uneasy because it's unplanned. A compliment feels like it comes with strings attached. Happiness feels fragile. You may struggle to rest because stillness reminds you of the fear you learned as a child. The fear that nothing is truly safe. You may lie awake at night, thinking of all the things you didn't say, all the ways you could have been hurt, and all the ways you've protected yourself ever since. Sometimes, the fear doesn't even need a trigger. It's in your chest when you wake up, in your gut when someone raises their voice, in your mind when a small mistake occurs. The child who was bullied carries the memory in every cell. And because the world rarely notices, you've learned to hide it well. But the child you were, the one hiding in corners, shrinking to survive, they are still inside you. Healing begins by turning toward them, not away. Ask yourself, what did I need back then that I never got? Maybe it was safety. Maybe it was someone to say, you are enough. Maybe it was a hand to hold, or a voice that simply noticed you. Maybe it was someone to protect you from cruelty, or someone to let you just sit and exist without fear. Now, as an adult, you can give those things to yourself. Start small. Speak your truth, even if it trembles. Laugh, even if it feels strange. Rest, even if it feels undeserved. Set boundaries, even if it scares you. Each act is a message to your nervous system. Safety is possible. Care is possible. You are allowed to exist without fear. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about living differently in the present. It's about seeing the child you once were and saying, I see you. I hear you. You do not have to hide anymore. Your adulthood may still carry shadows. You may feel panic when someone criticizes you at work. You may feel anxious if a friend doesn't reply quickly. You may avoid social gatherings because the noise and attention feel too threatening. You may find yourself over-explaining, over-apologizing, over-planning, trying to control situations that were never safe for you as a child. You may feel exhausted by your own mind, replaying old scenarios and rehearsing new ones, even when the world is calm and safe. Yet each choice to honor yourself, each time you give yourself permission to rest, speak up, or play, chips away at the chains you inherited from childhood. Each small victory is proof that you can survive without fear. Each moment of self-compassion reminds you that you are allowed to exist, flaws and all. Your childhood does not define your value. The bullying was never your fault. The whispers, the shoves, the laughter, they were not yours to bear. Now, you can reclaim what was lost, safety, joy, and the right to be fully seen.